What is one of your biggest insecurities you have grown to love, be it mental, physical or emotional? My complexion. I'm Latin or a Native American. My skin is pretty dark, and unfortunately in my culture, Mexican, DARK equals UGLY. I was bullied all through school for being dark, and was given nicknames by family members that revolved around my skin color. It took me a long time, and some days it's still an uphill battle, but now at 24Y/0 I can finally say that I love my skin. I'm done hiding from the sun, and I wear whatever colors I want. I'm proud of my skin and the ancestors who gave it to me. Your skin/color is stunning. Your picture. I'm so glad that you can see that now. It's so odd how we have that the gram but is always greener mentality sometimes. I'm very fair, though I do get tan in the summer, but I have always wished I had a darker complexion. My feet. I used to hate my feet. They're kind of chubby and my big toe is shaped weird. After my mother passed away back in 2019, I looked at my feet one day and realized they looked exactly like hers. Identical. I'll never be able to touch her again or see her, but I feel like I have something of hers now that will be with me for the rest of my life, so I love my feet. It's my favorite body part. My personality. I was always the weird quirky loner girl, but as an adult people seem to love my personality. Above all, I actually love my personality now. I love that as an adult now people are so much more accepting of all different types of personalities in the nerd culture, i.e. anime. Fantasy books like Harry Potter is becoming such a norm. I'm on the slim side and much of my body looks rather slim/small, but I carry my weight more in my upper body, so I don't have a flat stomach. Despite trying for years. Recently I've realized, since I carry my fat in my upper body, it's not really realistic for me to have a flat stomach without a lot of dieting. As long as I keep my waist/stomach under the amount recommended by doctors for health reasons, I've decided I'm okay with my stomach and that it probably won't ever be flat. I'm fairly fit otherwise, and I feel healthy, so there's no sense worry over a waist that's not 24 inches. My height. I'm 5 feet 11. I used to say I'd never date a man who I'd be taller than in heels. I don't know if it was getting into a happy, healthy relationship or what, but something just clicked one day and now I love it. I wish I was taller some days and wear heels all the time, when I used to wear just flats and tennis shoes. At some point I stopped feeling like a monster and started feeling like an Amazon. I wish I knew what it was, so I could pee but along the secret to other tall ladies who hate their height. My small boobs. I hardly even fit in a cup size. I used to hate it. Even thought about getting plastic surgery. I was jealous of other women. But someday I realized that big boobs can be really annoying. At least that's what the internet told me. Can't sleep on your stomach. Can't exercise without a sports bra. Can't wear some clothes without the fear they will pop out. I mean, I can go jogging without a sports bra. Still wear them because of comfort. I can wear a deep v-neck. Nothing will slip. I also realized that we sometimes hate things about ourselves that others adore. Why not work with what we have instead of trying to be like others? Besides, every body shape is beautiful on its own. I have a small hooked nose, but since I was little I hated it. The other day I took a side profile pic and my nose looked so beautiful. I love it now! Exclamation mark. My pale skin. Growing up in Australia, it is expected that, if you're white, you must have a glowing tan. I first noticed I was different when I was around 11 years old. When my friends would compare how tanned their legs were over summer, my legs remained white, even go a little purple when I was cold. When I would burn, I would stay red, and then go back to white. My mum used to say I had lovely pale skin like Nicole Kidman, but it wasn't fair. My younger siblings can tan. Why can't I? I was really unhappy with my skin for a very long time. But eventually I came around, and living in the UK has made me appreciate my skin color more. I hate to say it, but meeting men that love pale skin has also helped. I still use fake spray tan in the summer, but only a light color that makes me look toned and covers up the red and purple. Small lips. But I have come to realize that my lips are in balance with my other features. Small eyes, small nose, small ears, I wouldn't want them to be any other size and love how proportional they are to everything else. I used to hate my butt. It has always been a teasing subject. Boys would try to spank me or say I have a great butt and run away. This sounds like bragging, but those of you that have experienced sexual harassment in your childhood know what I'm talking about when I'm saying it's traumatizing. I tried to hide it. I'd wear long cardigans. I'd have trouble wearing swimwear. While I'm still annoyed by catcalling, I'm happy that my boyfriend is such a huge fan of my bum. I still don't like to expose it, but I'm happy by the positive association to it that I've managed to make. Exclamation mark. I feel this. Growing up, I never felt comfortable in shorts or tight skirts because of my butt. Catcalling. Comments. Feeling judged. I wanted a more streamlined body. Now I love my curvy booty and I'm comfortable showing it off, as it's definitely one of my best assists. My boyfriend also is a bud man, so that's helped tons. My teeth and smile. I have always had crooked teeth and my family could only afford to give one kid braces, so my sister got them. Because hers were worse, it was hands down my biggest insecurity. But then people started complimenting my smile. And my fiance told me that has always found crooked teeth cute. And it was one of the things that first drew him to me. As weird as that is, I've affectionately nicknamed one exceptionally crooked tooth my snaggletooth and now I don't think I'll ever fix them. Even if one day I have the means to. I used to be insecure about how sensitive I was and that I would cry easily from movies, sad videos, other people's troubles, etc. Closed bracket comma. But now I see it as a strength because I'm empathic, caring, and can understand others well. Physically, I used to be self-conscious of the way my labia sticks out, especially since you don't see prominent labias as often in porn. But now I feel like it is normal and sexy. Close bracket. My hair. It used to be super curly when I was younger, but now that I know how to style it and use the right shampoo/conditioners, hair straightener makes huge difference now too. My height. I used to think I was too short, but now I love it. I can wear massive heels and still be the shortest lol. My height. When I was a kid I prayed I would be tall, but I'm short, and I love it now. People see a small, slim, very young looking woman and think I'm not capable. They treat me like I'm weak. Semicolon. And seeing their face when I prove them wrong. It's so satisfying. Honestly, my blue eyes. When I came to Texas from Germany in 2004, there were not a lot of girls with my eye color. All the beautiful and popular girls had brown/hazel eyes. They all would call me a Smurf and Hitleretta. Open bracket. I begged my parents to let me get colored contacts, but they refused. Fast forward to now. I love my blue eyes and I get compliments all the time of how beautiful they are. My eyes. When I was a little girl I used to get picked on how big my eyes are. They would call me Bug Eye, or when they see me walking down the halls they'd say it's a bug's life. After that I would walk with my head down. And never liked giving eye contact just anything, so people wouldn't notice my eyes. I stayed to myself until high school. I was a CL but clone trying to impress people. Close bracket. Anyways, when I was 22 working retail, the first thing customers would say when they came up to the register was how beautiful my eyes were. I would just smile and say thank you. For a while I was getting a lot of compliments about my eyes. People even pointed out when the light hits my eyes it has this pretty brown to it like honey. One day I was on a smoke break at work and was taking a selfies. Before I posted it on FB I noticed what everyone was saying about my eyes. I remembered I sat there looking at that pic for at least 5 minutes smiling before I shared the picture. So now instead of being ashamed of having big eyes, I started to love my bright eyes. I used to be insecure about being fit. Going to the gym wasn't always deemed a girly thing to do. Thankfully culture has shifted and now I feel great about it. There's nothing more confident than what the female body can do because of the strength she built. No one can take that hard work from you. My height and baby face. Being petite at 5 with slim figure and looking 20 years younger than my real age. I've thought people will never take me seriously. but I have a job where I can prove them wrong and that helped me embrace it. Sometimes I find it strange when men 15 years youngest flirts with me, but I learned to accept as a compliment. I'm tall. I was made fun of for it a fair bit in middle school and high school, but nowadays I wear my height with a dominant pride. Where once I felt like a lanky ogress, now I recognize myself as majesty that graces the heavens. My hair was always kinda wavy and mostly frizzy growing up. I was always told my hair had a natural wave to it, but was never taught how to care for it. I wanted straight shiny hair like all of my friends. My hair was always in a bun or a ponytail to try to tame it. In my 20s, my friend introduced me to a flat iron and it became my new best friend. In my 30s, I realized that my hair was actually pretty curly. I started wearing it curly, but still didn't let it get too big. Think crunchy overly moused hair. I have since found the right products for my hair and now wear my curls as big and as puffy as possible. No more crunchy curls. I love my big bouncy curls. I used to hate my face all throughout high school. I thought it was twisted looking, blotchy and awkward. I hated pictures and would get anxious if people ever got too close to my face. I hated any attention on me growing up. Now I've come to love my face. I love pictures and being the center of attention. Stretch marks on my inner thighs. I'm otherwise skinny. I was unaware of those forming while growing up. I had never been overly conscious of my body until one day I realized I had them, and by the time I did they were already faded to silver. But I have grown to love them and feel like they are a special part of what makes this body unique and more importantly mine. Being called childish. It was really horrible at first. I couldn't make friends because kids are so mean to each others. I would only play with younger kids. Felt more safe with them. It was only later that I realized it was because I wanted to be protected. I was called childish and even so-called friend wants to change my personality, but all I wanted was love. And people tend to mix up childish and immature. And this adjective grew up to the positive when people kept saying that I was happy all the time. Bringing joy and energy to others. Making people happy is all my life. And being childish helped me having younger friends that I treated like my kids. To give them love. And getting love in return. You are childish. Don't change yourself. It bring happiness around you. My hair. Ironically, I didn't love it until I chopped it all off. I have kinky curly hair and grew up having it chemically straightened until I was 21. My mom thought it was unmanageable. When I cut it, I was basically bald, with no hair to hide behind. It was like I was seeing my own face for the first time. Since then I've grown it out into a beautiful afro, and it's not unmanageable at all. Just takes patience and a gentle hand. And conditioner. Close bracket. That I'm sensitive. My family would put me down for it, but I've since learned to really appreciate it. I feel things deeply, and yes, that comes with its problems. But it also means I feel the good things deeply, love and friendship and gratitude. I no longer see it as a weakness. I tell rambling stories and my train of thought shifts during conversation. I used to be a bit embarrassed by it, like I was too caught up in my own storytelling to focus. While I have worked hard to be more direct in work situations, some of my best personal growth and bonding with friends had been from a conversation sparked from an idle stray thought. My height. I'm 50 tall at 27 years old. But I realized that my clothes are cheaper compared to my taller adopted siblings, and that it's one of the good traits I inherited from my birth mom who was deceased before I got to actually know her. I've realized that I love hard. I can't change that. I'm very passionate in everything I do. Might that be my career or love? A curse and a gift at the same time. Emo. People are so scared to be all in. I often wonder the potential they lose out on because of only committing part way, be it a job or relationship. I could write a book, but the past few years I feel like I've really grown mentally and emotionally. I've embraced that I'm sensitive. It is a part of me that makes me more attuned to other people's needs and emotions, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. I beat myself up about it in the past, wanting to be tougher and not care. Embracing it has been cathartic. My eyes are small and basically disappear in a lot of pictures. I still prefer pictures where you can actually see that I have eyeballs, but I do also get a lot of compliments on having a great smile, and I know part of that is from my eyes. Also, people have sometimes thought I'm foreign, which I just think is kind of fun, haha. Sometimes I remind myself, the very thing you are feeling insecure about and would love to change is what thousands of other people would love to have. Apostrophe. I used to hate my nose. It wasn't the shape I would like it to be. It isn't big, but I always wanted a cute nose with a little slope. Now that I'm 33, I realize it is a part of me, and I wouldn't look like myself if I changed it. I wouldn't look as much like my sister or my mother, who has passed. So I embrace it now, and just earlier today I was looking in the mirror and thought to myself that it looks beautiful on me. It feels good to embrace it. My eyes. I'm visually impaired and my eyes wobble a lot due to nystagmus. However, many have told me the color and shape are beautiful. You have to embrace the things you cannot change. Please click subscribe if you enjoyed this video.